Okay, welcome after the break. Obviously, you're watching Brit Asia TV, UK Bhangra Culture with me, Sukhi, Bart. Now, I just must say a big well done to everybody who was with me on Saturday evening in London at Heathrow at the park-in Sankara Eye Hospital, which is focused on Punjab, to be opened in Ludhiana, and it's a charitable trust. Well done to everybody who raised £60,000 in one night. Almost £60,000 in one night, yeah. I mean, it's a huge thing. And Raj, there was a gentleman there, or a family there from America who said, whatever money you raise today, I'll match that. So in essence, we raised £120,000 for this eye hospital.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
Well done.
You know, did it look and Sachin Tendulkar bat signed by Sachin Tendulkar went for £15,000. This one person paid £15,000 for a great cause. So well done to Gurpreet, to all the Sankara Eye Hospital Trust. Look up, you can still go and donate on there. So it's something that I support, and I remember my Babaji having his eyes done in India, and when he got his vision back, he said, "Mainu idda lagda jidda mera nama janam ho gaya." I've been born again. I mean, do you do a lot of charity work? I mean, you must get sort of a lot of people.
I try to do what I can, you know, do some shows and gigs and stuff, you know. Yeah. We kind of like, you know, try my hardest, but you know, sometimes I have to say, like with the Pakistan thing that happened, you know, we kept getting news that, you know, the money is not going to the people, and like a lot of Pakistani people were telling me as well that, you know what, don't give to certain people. Like one guy, you know, that made me laugh actually, but it was that we always give our clothes to him, and my mum was just telling me that, you know, he actually doesn't send the clothes. He sells them and sends like the money.
Repacks them.
No, just sends, and he sells them so cheap, like £1 or £2, and people actually thought they were giving, you know, quite a lot of clothes.
That clothes were going to go to Pakistan. Is that what people thought?
That's what they thought, but it was actually the money he's sending. So, you know, this is the thing. But you know, I'll try and do what I can and everything what we can, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was with Bonafide yesterday on my radio show, and they've done another special Pakistan appeal as well. And obviously, you know, charity, floods, these things affect everybody. And I know when, you know, the Panjabi, they never hold back, not just Punjabis, everybody, whoever. And it's amazing. I think ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿਰਸੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਦਸਵੰਧ ਕੱਢਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. You know, you should give 10% of yours. But sometimes, I mean, I always have this conversation with mom and dad as well. Religious as we are, brilliant. They rather do a langar at the Gurdwara and things like that. And I don't mean to offend anybody, but sometimes to see Babaji the langar shakan jayada, and you haven't got enough compartments in the thal that the food that's available, so you can easily donate that money to Ethiopia or charitable trusts.
That's true.
You think about that. I think that's quite important to have a think about that. My producer was asking your T-shirt. I think you've outdone me today. I've just come in as a
no, but no, you're looking good now.
I didn't want to kind of what's
that's a Panjabi MC record,
promoting Punjabi as well.
Yeah.
You promised me a T-shirt last time, and you never gave me one. You gave me like some cheap Fruits of the Loom one, and you kept the proper one yourself.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get you one, Sukhi. So. Yeah. I've got a lot.
I've got a T-shirt from you.
Yeah.
A Tumbi from B2. They're gonna make a Tumbi. Actually, maybe we could auction this for charity. That's good. Yeah. I like that.
Okay. Just take this one. And yeah, I've got my jacket there. But the thing is, yeah, and then yeah, I'll get you one. If you want to get one, just go to PMC Records online, and I've got different colours and whatever. And just at this time, I want to mention my label, which I'm starting now, called Stylus, named after myself, Stylus. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Do you see yourself as a bit of a style icon?
Well, that's what I'm saying, is styleless.
Oh, styleless.
And this is the concept behind the PMC label, is like it's stuff like, you know, which really, it's not, you know, it's not a style clothes. We're just making street stuff, T-shirts, tracksuit bottoms, whatever. Yeah. But different types of T-shirts. So,
do you ever feel, obviously, the industry, and there were so many young children, people, and people in the industry be watching. I mean, like earlier, and you were saying you watched the Jazzy B interview. Yeah. And it's nice for you to compliment other artists as well. What kind of artists do you look at the moment in the industry and you think, wow, yeah, they're doing something good, they're doing something different? I mean, for example, like Jazzy B, what do you like about the interview last week?
No, I liked the interview with Jazzy. It was brilliant. I mean, I like Jazzy. I like that, you know, he's a very wholehearted person now. He talks from the heart, you know, and yeah, he's like, so, you know, I like listening to a lot of people who are in the industry anyway, generally, obviously I'm in the industry, so, you know, you kind of like, it's where you learn from other guys. Cats. And, yeah, basically. Yeah. Cats is, you know, when I say cats, I always think of someone who's in the industry, I guess.
If you translated cats and you called, for example, Shindabaji, you said, if you said it in Panjabi, all right, Billy, he'd want to be a billa, wouldn't he? He wouldn't want to be a little Billy.
True, but then, you know, I didn't say little cat either. You know. There are little cats and then there's big cats, you know. It's up to the person to be the cat.
You'll have to say Shira.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Lion.
That'd be good as well. That'd be good. No, it's great. Let's talk about your album again, The Raj. It's in the shops for people to get.
Yeah.
It's available for iTunes.
Online's the one, I guess, nowadays. You know. Yeah, I mean, it's iTunes,
People
Amazon.
say that, though. I know people say, actually, I quite like the fact that I could go to a shop and buy an album. Yeah. And they say sometimes if I download it from iTunes, I'm not sure if it's going to burn correctly. If it's
well, I mean, I still do that. Yeah.
And then they don't have that kind of Panjabi MC photo.
Do you know what? It's the insight. It's really what it comes down to is the insight, because it's like sometimes, you know, you buy a CD, like a PMC CD, whatever, or anyone else's CD, and you see the cover and you kind of get to know about that band, as well as the music being better quality on the CD rather than MP3. But yeah, I mean, you get to know, because I mean, I remember all my life now, I've always kind of like gone in the shop and bought the CD. Yeah. And when people see that CD in your car, they think, you know, here's a guy now, you know, got 6 sound system, buys the original, you know. Many a female has been swayed at that point. You know, not only that, but just saying, there's been a guy that's thought, yeah, you know, he's a guy that kind of like, he must know his music. So when I say my opinion on that track, I say, track 3's no good. You know, and then all of a sudden, like, you're one of the guys that knows what he's talking about. It's like anything else in life, you know. But then obviously you go to a guy, you know, he's driving an Q7 or something, and you go in there and he's got like everything, CD's copied up hard, you know, it's all MP3'd up, and he's posing about his system, but he's playing something that isn't great, and then he says his opinion. Man's going to think, okay, you know, this guy's not...
So your CD still is available to be purchased as well?
It's like, well, you know what I've realised now is what's going on, because we're living in a very dynamic world, and, what happened was, all of a sudden, a few years ago, you know, music became free and films became free, and all of a sudden everyone thought, you know what, it's free, you know, why do we want to pay for it when it's free? You know, so everyone's downloading stuff free. But then they've realised now that, you know what, it's always been free. You know, there's always been guys that record their charts from onto tape from radio. You know, there's always been guys that record from the satellite dish box, you know, and whatever, you know, and get their music free. It's always been free. Yeah. But
I think the people still like that concept of picking up the
CD.
No,
because back in the days they used to buy...
reading it on the sleeves and reading inside what it says.
No, it's not only that. It's not only that. What I'm saying is, back in the days, people used to buy vinyls, records, you know, and those are the guys who used to say that, oh, okay, he's a DJ, or he's got a record player, so he must know what he's talking about, you know. With the guys who recorded their stuff off FM radio, you just thought that's just a kid, you know. Right. And so nowadays it's like it's still the same thing. You got your guys downloading the stuff, then you've got your actual one guy that goes out and buys the CD. So all of a sudden, you know, it's just like putting yourself on a morally
if you're proper,
better.
You're going to do it properly. If you're just a little kid, you know.
You know what it is. That's how it's seen. That's how people see it. You know, there's always people that kind of want to get their opinions across, so they're always going to want to have the higher ground and.
Okay, Raj, this is the first time I'm trying to do this, because obviously you've been on the show before, so I didn't want people to kind of like think it's the same old story, so you've been really good as well. I've never done a quick fire round on this show first, so you're the first to test. Okay. You're a big boy, so I feel that the show is kind of big enough to take you kind of on, and you're quite, you know, you're very good actually, you're quite giving, so right, okay, it's just some 10 questions, so first thing that comes to your mind, but you can't elaborate and say why you gave me that answer as well, okay? So it's the first time we're trying this, okay, Panjabi MC. It's an exclusive on the UK Bhangra culture. Here we go. Pent ja pajama.
Pent.
Pent, as in jeans.
But obviously, when you're not in the when you're in the house, sometimes pajama's cool.
But there's some people who go in the house. They keep the shoes on, they keep the pent on until they're going to go to bed.
Yeah. Sometimes I find myself in that position. You know, I've got my shoes, socks, everything tucked up, and the heater's on, and I'm thinking, well, I haven't relaxed yet. Yeah.
Okay. Car ja bar?
Bar.
Yeah, you're kind of an outdoor guy.
Yeah,
You don't like being home much?
I get a bit depressed sitting at home all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Book or film?
Film.
Right. But you've done a lot of reading recently, haven't you, about Punjab and stuff?
Yeah.
But you rather watch, like, for example, a Harry Potter, you'd rather watch a film than read the book?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're talking about entertainment, then film, yeah.
Right. Kuldeep Manak or Jazzy B?
Manak, I'd have to say, still.
Okay. Whiskey or Bacardi?
Bacardi, it'd have to be.
Really?
But none of the above, I would have to say, but Bacardi.
Yeah. Only after a certain age, because obviously lots of children watching this show as well.
And then only in moderation,
of
course.
Dhyan na.
Yeah.
Sharab nahi madi, sharab peen wale madi. Okay. Cha or coffee?
Tea.
Oh, cha. Really? I think it might be a caffeine kind of...
No, I don't know, tea hasn't got caffeine? Maybe.
Okay. Master Salim or Hansraj Hans?
Salim.
Really?
Yeah.
Punjabi by nature or Aman hair?
I'd have to say Aman hair.
England or Punjab?
England, I'd have to say.
Hollywood or Bollywood?
Hollywood.
Really? Why not Bollywood? Are you not? You're obviously doing music for
Yeah, I mean, this is funny because it's quite a broad question. But if you mean like which one I prefer to watch and work with, or just be involved with, or it'd have to be Hollywood.
Okay. Last but not least, on an island, stranded, 4 things you can have, or 4 people you could have possibly. Who would you have there? Obviously, family. We don't want you to choose over people in family.
Television, studio, a car, and a boat. Can't go wrong, can you?
Raj, thank you so much. It's been wonderful for you to share your insight into. Good luck with the album, Raj.
Yeah.
Obviously, the first album we waited almost 8 years, and then in 2 years we've got 2 albums. What's happening for Panjabi MC in the future?
I'm actually started working on my next album as well. But I mean, I'm going to be doing a lot more tweeting as well. So check me on Panjabi MC1 Twitter, and I've got my Facebook, PMC Records, my website, and so I'm just gonna keep like posting stuff up because I'm doing like more of a hip hop project now for my next album. So I want to get more of the people involved and like just even feature on the album and see how it.
I mean, in this industry as well, do you have to be quite single-minded as well and be focused in what you do?
I guess you do, but at the same time, you have to keep, and you have to sort of like not to be too involved as well. So you've got to be single-minded, but not just like sitting on your computer all day long, not listening to any other tracks.
Right.
So, but yeah, you've got to keep like almost be magnetically kind of like drawn to one direction.
Right.
So.
And the Raj is more of Panjabi MC.
Yeah, the Raj is I feel it's my best album to date.
Right.
I'm proud of it, and I feel that it's got a lot of anthems on there. It's going to take a while for people to fully get absorbed by it because there is a lot of stuff on there. Should have split it up into 2 albums, is what everyone keeps saying. But no, but that's good because I've got the next one. So it's just big albums from PMC. From now on.
Okay. Last but not least, my producer Jazz wants to hear in her ear the great Kali track.
Okay.
Who wrote it?
Sukhi Bart wrote it. And well, when I say wrote it,
we had a translation.
Yeah. Because I mean,
and Hard and Excess Bass as well. We're going to give him a big up as well because he worked really hard.
You guys worked hard because what happened was we did a version originally, and those guys wanted it translated more accurately, and then you guys just tirelessly worked until
working on that track but I think Hard and but as a writer I think you've got to put the writers forward, obviously a man in your position as well, not because it's me,
for sure,
all the other writers as well. I think it's very, very important.
Yeah, that's right. But again, I mean, with these runners with like WWE, these guys there, I mean, I don't know maybe that's why they wanted it translated because they had their writer who'd already wrote it, and so.
Isn't terrible the way they wrote it. We made it into a Punjabi song. Big up to Kali and
big up to Kali.
Joel as well.
Well. Joel sang it,
Yes, he's got off the plane, sang a word at a time, put it together. Wow, haven't times changed? Jindi, thank you very much. Next album, if it's Jindi, I want to copyright it because I'm coming up with these ideas and you're using them as well. All the best to you, and we look forward to your next project. Do you want to give us a little beat or anything you want to sing? Anything?
Ever since I was young, the first song I sung was a Kuldeep Manik one, or GT Road there, and it was all there, wiggling my little toes around without a care. But nowadays it's all trouble, serious and struggle, everybody's on a level. I gotta think like a devil, ahead of time, thinking up some more rhyme, keeping things prime, so no one could with mine. Sound is heavyweight, something of records and tapes, 15-inch cone shape worldwide. Make no mistake, I'm on top of this game, critically never acclaimed, skills insane, take off this roof like a crane.
Well, hey, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Safe one.
Thanks, Jindy.
Thanks for that, man.